Good morning. Good morning to Tea with Glenn. Are you desperate? Are you at your wit's end? Today, we're going to see what the Gideon Bible says about being desperate and at your wit's end. Good morning again from Glenn here. Have you got your cup of tea? I've got mine. I've also got man flu, so if I sound a bit funny today or a bit slow, man flu is a real thing, I'm telling you. But we're going to be looking at what it means and what does the Bible say, the Gideon Bible, about being desperate and at wit's end. I think we all get like that sometimes, don't we? We all get to that point where we're so desperate, we're at wit's end, we're stressed, all the things that go with that. So I've got my little Gideon Bible here. So we're going to go to where it says about different subjects, and we're working our way through. So desperate, wit's end, and it's recommending some reading from the book of Psalms. And so we're going to go to the first one. Remember, it gives you your page number. Get your little Gideon Bible out. Give you the page number. Says go to Psalm 55, verse 16, 17, and 22. So that's page 646. So let's find page 646. I hope you're all well, and I hope you get something from today. Even if you're not desperate and at wit's end at the moment, maybe you'll remember this. 55, 16, 17 and 22. So 55, 16, 17 and 22. Okay, let's go. Just give you a bit of context. This is David, King David, who's in a desperate situation. And he writes this. He's done it in poetry. He says, "But I call to God, and the Lord saves me. Evening and morning and noon, I cry out in distress, and he hears my voice." Say hello to Nala. Where is she? There she is. She's just come to visit us. Let me just repeat that one more time. "But I call to God, and the Lord saves me. Evening, morning, and noon, I cry out in distress, and he hears my voice." We need to cry out to God sometimes. I don't know what it is, but when we're desperate and when we cry out to God, it's like he hears it. Blind Bartimaeus, when he cried out to Jesus as Jesus walked by with the crowd around him making loud noise, but he heard the desperate cry of a man. There's something that grabs God's attention. David is calling out to God. He's calling out to God to help him. The next one is Psalm 61, page 653. Let's go to 653. So I do fumble these pages, but we're working our way through. 653, and it was Psalm 61, 1 to 3. 653. This is a short psalm. He says, "Hear my cry, O God." This is David, King David. You know, the one that slay Goliath. He went through times of desperation. He says, "Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth I call to you. I call to you as my heart grows faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I am." That desperation for God. That desperation, you're in a need. You know, they say there's no atheists in the trenches of war. That desperation for God. Yeah, I have a particular friend who doesn't believe in God, never thinks about God, not concerned about God. And for me, he says about the rock, he's my rock. I go to God. I go to Christ in my times of need and distress. I'm at my wit's end. I'm desperate. I cry out to God. The Bible talks about him being our watchtower, our place where we can run into. He's the strong tower. Let's look at the next one, shall we? So let's go to 62 verse 1 and 2. 62 verse 1 and 2. Again, David again. So the Gideon Bible here is picking up of David when he's in those desperate situations. He says, "My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I shall never be shaken. That confidence in God. And you may say, Glenn, but I don't know God. You may want to know God, and I hope you continue listening to these little mini podcasts we do every morning. I'm sure sometime I'm going to explain more about God. But that desperation, where do you go? I mean, I don't know your life. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what faith you have, if you have any. But where do you go in your moments of desperation, your moments of need? David knew to run to God. He knew that the answer was in God. Let me just read verse 6. For you have been my refuge, talking of God, a strong tower against the foe. David understood that in times of stress, in times of distress, he understood that the place to go to is to God. He's our rock. He's our refuge. You may be thinking, well, how do I get to know this God, Glenn? How do I get to know this God that I can go to in my moments of need? I'm going to cover that. But you could even cry out now, even if you don't know God in a sense at the moment. You don't feel, you might be aware of something of God in creation or his presence, but you can go to God now in desperation and say, God, I want to know you. And he will reveal himself to you. I promise you, he will. In your desperation, in your need, he will, if you call out to him, he will reveal himself to you. Psalm 94, 18, 19 and 22 verse. So it's page 699. Let's go to page 699. So I think what the Gideon Bible here is really trying to show you is your need for God. Many people, like I said, my friend, never thinks about God, never considers God, not in her head at all. But we have a desperate need in our lives to have somewhere where we can go when we are in need, when we are distressed, when we are at our wits' end, when we feel we're under attack. It's a wonderful thing to know that God is with you and you can literally run to him in the sense of seeking after him, calling upon his name, as David did here. So so this one is Psalm 94, 18, 19 and 22. Let's have a look. 18. When I said my foot is slipping, your love, O Lord, supported me. Some people sometimes say, oh, Christianity is just a crutch. Well, yeah, it is. It is. He keeps me from stumbling. He keeps me from falling. He helps me when maybe there's been a trap set for me and I don't even know, or I can't see it. I know that God is with me. And if I call out to God, he will lead me, direct me and keep me safe. What else does it say? Let's have a look here. And verse 22. He goes, this is David writing again. But the Lord has become my fortress and my God, the rock in whom I take refuge. Again, this idea of God being a rock and a refuge where we can go. We can go. Yes, we need that crutch. We need God. We're crippled by sin and our own desires. We make mistakes, but God sustains us. God holds us up. And if we call upon his name, all right, if we call upon God's name, he will save us. He will lead us. He will keep us safe. He will direct us. Call out to God if you're at your wit's end. You don't know what to do next. There may have been someone that is watching this at some time, maybe now in the future, and you feel suicidal. Let me tell you, call upon the name of the Lord. He is your rock. He is your refuge. Seek God. If you don't know him, seek him. Cool. This is a bit strong for a morning, isn't it? But I really want you to get this. The importance of understanding that God is our refuge. God is our support. We call upon him. Last one is Psalm 121, page 741. So just a couple of pages longer. 741. Let's find that. 741. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're finding this interesting. This is live. So if I say something wrong, if I mispronounce a word, I'm not going to edit anything. This is going out live. I want every morning. I want you to be with me. And if you don't understand something, you can message me, make a comment, message me. All right, and I hope I'll be able to answer it for you. So Psalm 121. Let's have a look. Verse 1, 2, and 7. So let's do 1 and 2 first. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? This is the answer to everything. This is really, really the answer to everything in your life. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Get that revelation. I pray for every single one of you that is with me in these mornings. You get the revelation of this. That David's saying the answer is the Lord. Yeah, the answer is the Lord. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. You may not be aware of this, but you need God in your life. You do. He's your helper. He's the one that's going to be with you, even in difficult times. God never promises that we won't have difficult times, but he promises he'll be there with us. Call upon the name of the Lord. Call upon God. Cry out to God. God, help me. If you don't believe, God, help me to understand. And the last one is verse 7. Let's have a look. Verse 7. This is the last promise I want to read today. The Lord will keep you from falling. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. Isn't that a wonderful promise? A wonderful promise that he will look after us. He will lead us. He will direct us. Not that bad things don't happen to everybody, including Christians. But we know, even in those dark times, God is with us. Call upon the name of the Lord. Well, that's it. That's that one done for today. And I'll see you, not tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday, which is in a couple of days. God bless you. I said with my man flu, I really hope it makes sense what I've said today, because my head's a bit woolly. But I hope you really got the reality of that truth. Call upon the name of the Lord in your distress, at your wit ends. Call upon God. Say, don't worry about being religious. Just talk to God. Ask God to come into your life and to help you. Jesus Christ has made a way for you to be able to do that. Anyway, bless you guys. Love you all. Have a great day. And I will speak to you again on Monday. Bye.